We've spent the last 19 months building an extension and stripping out the existing bungalow. We've had 3 months off filming, but we're back now and ready to show you what we've been up to.
In one of our last videos, we were showing us up at DIY kitchens, and we finally picked our kitchen, and I can't wait to show you.
Also, if you haven't watched our last video from Sunday, go check it out because we've given the outside of the house a bit of a facelift. Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. As you would have seen in the last video, we've had our doors and windows put in. Not only is it a lot quieter, but it's a lot warmer as well, ready for winter. So since having the windows done also, we've also had our boiler changed. We were going to move this gas meter outside, literally 1 meter where the line runs, but unfortunately the gas board wanted something ridiculous like £1,200 just to move it right outside. So we've just rerouted the gas from the meter under the floor, up the corner and into the attic. This will get boxed in and we'll have to put some sort of unit around this, but that is fine. Now that the boiler's in, we've had the underfloor heating commissioned and turned on. So we'll turn it on there and turn it up. So the great thing with this underfloor heating, guys, is we only need to turn it up a couple of degrees. Once the floor gets warmed up, you turn it off and the heat lasts pretty much for 24 hours. So that's really good for winter, really economical. So yeah, really happy with the underfloor heating. I think it was a good decision.
To get the floors ready for underfloor heating, firstly we had to dig out all of the rooms so the depth was the same in every single room. When all the rooms were to the correct depth, we could then start backfilling. This was by adding type 1 MOT first, then topped with a layer of sand, followed by a plastic DPM layer. After this, we then had a 65mm screed and rebar through the whole property, so all of the floor all throughout was all the same level. Once all of that was complete, we then put 120mm insulation all throughout. Then when that was done, we had the underfloor heating company come in and they put another sheet of plastic down, followed by all of the pipes. The final thing that needed to be done was to add the screed on top.
So over the last few months, we've actually gained quite a lot of subscribers and we've recently hit 5,000 subs, so thank you very much for that. For those of you new here, just a little bit about us. We were a couple in our early 30s who decided to sell our new build house and buy a rundown bungalow. Although we knew this project was going to be a lot of work, I don't think we quite realised how much work was actually going to be involved.
Sometimes doing a full renovation, both working full time and trying to edit YouTube videos gets a little bit overwhelming.
But we noticed in our last video we had lots of nice comments, and that really does boost our motivation to carry on. So now that we've replaced the boiler and all the underfloor heating is working, it's time to move on to the electrics. We're currently using the existing electrical board, which is not very safe, so it's time to upgrade and have all new electrics put throughout the house. We did go out for a lot of quotes, but unfortunately we really couldn't afford them, so after agreeing with one electrician, I was going to do all the dog work, chasing out and running the cables, and he was going to come back, do all the final connections and testing and commissioning. So guys, we've wrapped up the electrical wiring for the extension for all the sockets. I've left it by here because I need to run a 2.5mm cable all the way through there and back up, but I'm not really trusting this wire, so I'm going to pick up some cheap draw wire which is really thin and be easier to pull through. So we've moved on to the lighting, so we're going to start in this room, which is going to have a power supply from the board over here. But before I'm doing that, this snug area, we have the potential in the future to turn it into a third bedroom by stud wall across here and reopening that door after it's been blocked up. So all I'm doing is, right now I'm putting in one cable where the light's going to go, which is this is going to be what I'm calling a spare bedroom 3 switch wire, sorry. So it's going to go from here, it goes up under there, as you can just see they're curled up. There's enough cable then to drop down the wall, chasing the socket, chase the wall and put a socket, a switch. And then we can dispose of the switch wire, which is going to go from there over in to this wall by here for the snug. And once you disconnect there and disconnect off the light, it'll be just powered from that switch, and then we can stud it over and turn into a third bedroom. Hopefully that makes sense. but it's just sort of forward thinking, so we don't have to go up in the attic, step on the plaster ceiling, or I don't have to go chasing around the attic and doing all sorts. We last left off, guys, rewiring all the lighting and all the sockets. We've had our electrician out, he's happy with all the wiring, he's happy with the diagrams we provided. So our next step is to start getting everything ready for boarding. We've been to DIY kitchens, we've picked our kitchen and we've ordered it. So today I'm going to start framing out all this type of stuff, all these reveals. We're going to frame out this opening for the new doorway. We're going to block up the doorway down there. And whatever else needs doing is going to get done today, hopefully. So to make this easy, guys, I'm just knocking up a frame which is going to go in here, the width of the wall, straight up. I can put some noggins, fix into this and frame it out, and then I'm going to make my head above the door. So let's start with the side frame.
As you just seen, Rhys has just finished off framing out this. So this will be where the door to go into the utility will be. And then now we are coming over here to this window seat. And as you can see, the steel kind of goes like that at the minute. And we want to bring it out so it's flush with that pillar. So it comes like across like this. So that is what Rhys is going to do now.
So guys, there you have it. The bulkhead is made up now. All I've done is put a load of noggins in the steel web, stuck a little batten across and levelled it out to the laser. And then I've also done the same, levelled out a little box section to the right height so the plasterboard flies straight through. I can put some adhesive on the underside of the steel. That's all got to be fire rated to make sure the steel doesn't get attacked by fire if there is a fire. And then I've also just levelled up this way to create the bulkhead square, level, perpendicular, plumb, everything it needs to be. This is going to be a fully vaulted space right up to the top corner. Back when the kitchen was still here, I framed it all out in this 2x2. Just to tidy all up. That is next doors, this is our side, so all this has to be infilled with fire rated insulation. It's acoustic as well, which is great. What I'll be then doing is boarding over this with one layer of plasterboard. We're going to batten out all this wall and then put brand new plasterboard right up to the top, so it's double plasterboard, fire rated insulation, create a fire barrier. So guys, we've got the A1 non-combustible insulation from Rockwool and the 100mm slabs. And this is going to go up in that void. And there we have it, guys, fire rated insulation and acoustic insulation installed. We're just going to board over this and then fly loads of battens up and then reboard it with insulation in between. Another job that I put off for a while because I was working off the ladders was insulating the skylights and framing it out ready to take new plasterboard. Join us next Sunday when I tell you why I battened out the ceilings.
Rhys also makes a start on the insulation for the whole house.
We also have a go at expandable foam plasterboard adhesive, which didn't go quite to plan.
If you did enjoy this video, remember to give us a like and maybe leave us a comment, as it really helps our videos. We'll see you next week.